The Microsoft Surface Go 2, and this is the top of the line version, guys. This is the M3 LTE version. It doesn't get better than that. It's really the highest spec version you can get. And you know what? There is a reason for this device being here with me. And boy, I was wrong. Is it better than your MacBook?
No comment, love.
I was simply wrong. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain in this video why I was wrong. And we reviewed the mid-range model, right? It is the Pentium Gold model, 128GB SSD and 8GB of RAM. And that was okay-ish. It was okay-ish in certain tasks, performing well in others, and then not so well in, well, other tasks, right? And that's when we decided to get that version. And there was a couple of things bugging me about our initial review, but also about other reviews out there. And that was that nobody was really showing what the M3 model has in store. Everybody was telling me, and you guys, that you should get the M3 model, but nobody was really showing me what that does it mean. Speed and performance increase 60%.
It's really quick. No matter what I throw at it, it's super quick.
I can look at numbers, but we all know numbers are numbers, and especially when it comes to hardware, there's a huge factor of the software optimization. I also wanted to address, and that's also kind of bugging me, that everybody tries to label the device. Is it for students? Is it for artists? Is it for somebody who writes script? Is it for a creative person? Is it for somebody who has a main PC and then puts it in a bag and goes somewhere because it is called Surface Go? And I'm going to start with that IDC study, an analyst firm, right? IDC, many of you probably know that an analyst firm did the assessment for Q1 in the tablet market. And the 2-in-1 Microsoft Surface Go 2 also fits in that tablet market. And the shipping for the tablet market is down by roughly 10%. And there is one clear winner coming out of this. And this is the Microsoft Surface lineup. They increased their shipping by 5% and have an overall market share, depending on the region, between 20 and 30%. But it is all enterprise people. So the labeling is now, it's for the corporate world. Very easy. If many of you maybe worked in a corporate office environment already, it starts with a Windows laptop, probably a cheaper Dell option, and then depending on your level, you can choose different devices. And that is what this device is really for. It is for people who go in the office. And I can tell you, this device is so powerful. You can actually use this as your main PC. We haven't discussed pricing yet, and I know that the Surface Go 2 with the M3 configuration can get really expensive, especially when you have the LTE on top. Currently on sale in the Microsoft Store. In fact, all Surface products are on sale. You see the pricing here for the devices I have, and we put them all head to head. And guys, hang on, you have to see the results. It is absolutely amazing. So we got 5 tabs open in Chrome. Chrome is really power hungry, as we know. We got PowerPoint open, we got Excel open, we got Word open. You can work perfectly fine within PowerPoint, correct?
Yes.
And the memory is around between 60 and 70% CPU usage is around up to 25%. So there's enough space for the CPU to really go all the way. And here are the juicy bits, the bits you've been waiting for. And look at the Geekbench 5 results for the Surface Go 2. The single core score is higher than the Surface Pro X, and I ran it several times. The Surface Pro 6 is higher, obviously, and the multi-core scores are also higher on the Pro X and the Pro 6. But the single core score is really, really telling something here. And when we threw all the stuff earlier at it with the PowerPoint, Excel, Word we had open, we had 5 tabs in Chrome open with YouTube, Facebook, and everything was running in the background. Tony did not have any issues working on a heavy PowerPoint presentation whatsoever. So I was really, really impressed. When we then move on to the Basemark 3 test, then you can see that things really, really change around here. It's absolutely incredible. And I didn't expect that, but it made sense when I saw the numbers. And the Basemark 3 test is a web application test that tests your browser in conjunction with your hardware. And when you look at the numbers for the Surface Pro X, that is really, really low. That is 270, and you have 482 versus 505 on the Surface Pro 6. So the Surface Go 2 is almost in line when it comes to working on the web, whether that be like, for example, Salesforce, anything that is web application related. It is pretty much the same performance, and that makes sense. When I was working on it, it was absolutely incredible, and we had no lag for anything. Did you see the results? That is pretty impressive, and that is pretty telling also. That is kind of amazing to me, and that was really, really impressed. When I got this thing out of the box, it was just working really fast, and I was really, at this time, I was thinking it is really faster than the Surface Pro X. And that's the reason why I put it against it. And you can see the numbers don't lie, right? And it is really working faster. But just to really clarify, you can use this as a main PC. You can plug in a 4K monitor, that is fine. You can plug in 2 full HD monitors, that is also fine. That works pretty well. What better device to have in a lockdown situation at home, right? This is so small, you can put it anywhere. You can put it on the kitchen table, you couldn't put it in the basement. I wouldn't go as far as the toilet, but look at the camera. It's got a good camera for video conferencing. All the MacBooks, they call it HD camera, but we know what it really is. The quality of the microphones are really good.
The camera you will use for video conferencing and the microphone.
And I can tell you that the video conferencing is probably going to rise even when we go out of this whole pandemic quarantine stuff. So I would highly recommend this device unless you do any 3D drawing or engineering stuff or coding. But for really somebody who plugs in the monitor and takes it on the go for meetings, there's PowerPoint and everything Microsoft related, this is a superb device, and that's the reason why I was wrong.